So we give this question all the time. I see the value in social media, now I want to hire somebody. And how do I start to hire that person? I think one of the biggest misconceptions about social media is that it is just a side project. It is the foundation of which a lot of communication is happening. And so if you start to view the social media channels as a communication channel, I think it clears away the who owns social media in an organization and really helps to start identifying the right team members that you need in place to be successful.
Some things that we need to make sure that are set up when clients come in is we need to make sure that all of their profiles that they want to be using are set up. Facebook is set up, Twitter's set up, Instagram is set up. Is their Instagram a personal Instagram or, is it business? We need to have it be a business account. We need to make sure that they have ad accounts set up in the background. We need to make sure that the ad accounts are connected to the actual profiles. We need to make sure that we have images, videos, copy. Another thing is like Google Analytics. So you need to, if we're gonna do some Google ads or Google My Business, we need to make sure that the same things are set up there. I mean, when you hire us, you're not having just one person. You have, up to 17, just depending on what questions we need answered.
In the beginning, if you're trying to hire one social media person, we always joke that you're looking for this unicorn. We call it the magical unicorn. And the reason that you're looking for this person is you need an employee with extreme amounts of flexibility. And what that means is flexibility in their skill sets.
If I was going to build out a social media team for a business, I would make sure that each person understood that their part is important and the value that they bring is equally important. So the designers that are making sure that the image is in line with goals and is engaging is just as important as the person making sure it is scheduled correctly and goes out on all the platforms correctly, is just as important as the person who is in charge of the advertising and making sure that the right people are seeing it. It is a team effort. It's not like there's one person who can do it all or do it as effectively as a team of experts could.
So I think finding a person, one person to handle social media in your organization is difficult. It's difficult for small businesses and it's difficult for large businesses. So what you really need to think through as a business owner is how can you pull the current resources that you have so that you're getting the maximum capacity that you can out of your current team, as well as what does supplementing look like? Is it pulling resources like ChatterKick to come into your organization and help you with strategy or just help you see objectively your organization in a different light? Or is it finding part-time support? Or maybe you just need somebody that can be that flexible designer.
Really want to find someone who has a good design sense, not someone who just knows the design software. It's different designing on social media. Because on a billboard or on a print ad, you have a lot more time to tell your story and a lot more space. And especially with some of the text limitations that you have in advertising, you really have to be smart about if you use text and where you use it and how it's used. And if your image isn't telling the story, is the copy telling the story? Are they going towards the goals of the client? All of those things kind of play a part that is a little bit different than designing for traditional media.
Our goal is to help businesses see that social media isn't just a one-stop, quick little thing that businesses can do to solve all their problems. We really believe that it's a holistic approach of using these tools. We are happy to help businesses figure that out and really help them understand that this is a big opportunity for them to grow, scale, and engage their employees within their organization.
What we've talked about in the past is just forming those genuine relationships first, because the rest kind of follows after that. It has to still be a place of, organic relationships forming there and a place where people want to be. I know it's a virtual place. We want to try to make it a page where people want to come and they frequent and they tell their friends about.
Yeah, I think with the amount of content and data that we see on a daily basis, organization is key to success. I have a lot of people that I can rely on. I think if I was on my own, like if I was hired by a small business to do the same thing, you might get the same tasks done, but less efficiently and probably not to as high of a quality.
So on a typical day, I probably respond to around 40 messages, and that can range from positive, negative, referrals, testimonials. I feel like you can get caught up. It's either a day where moderation takes up all of my day, or it's like it'll take half a day. So I can't imagine someone just trying to do it all on their own. It's helpful if you reach out to other team members, and sometimes we will put our heads together and, hey, I don't know how to answer this. Can you please direct me? And I think just outsourcing to like your team members and other resources, even like searching within the area and seeing how past moderations really helps me kind of formulate my answers and see what the best response is.
Let me tell you, there are some marketing people, there are some people in entrepreneurship, in HR, there are those people out there that have enough of that varied skill set. But those people are really challenging to find, and it's probably going to be a long and expensive time frame for you to identify that right person. If you find one right away, you're lucky, awesome, keep that person because they will be heavily recruited. Now, if you can't find that person, what you're going to need to do is start building a team around those individual skill sets and then start to scale with different people that do have skill sets in those 3 or 4 different categories.
If I was also doing design, and I was also doing moderation, and I was also doing like ads strategy. Again, it's like a more watered down on all fronts. Like I could do a little bit of design, and I can understand like, you know, the Facebook ad manager enough to get in there and find what I need, but maybe not to have a complex strategy, like how that fits into other strategies too, like with your website or blogging or content marketing, whatever. So I think to be surface level, I'm okay at that, but like to actually have an impact in those other areas, I just don't think there's enough time, really.
So if you can't find that magical unicorn, you always can call Chatterkick. We are here and happy to help. If you need unicorns, we have them everywhere.